Not all parents are willing to make sacrifices for their child's well-being, fully dedicating themselves to their upbringing and care. Sometimes they show indifference, but there are also more complex cases where childhood experiences leave a deep mark for a lifetime. A recent event has changed the perception of what it means to be bad parents. Is it possible that close relatives could neglect their child's care for many years? Lacey Fletcher was born on November 25, 1985, and spent most of her life in Louisiana. She was the only child of Sheila and Clay Fletcher. Her father worked for a nonprofit organization studying the American Civil War, while her mother was once an assistant prosecutor and mayor. In the local community, they were known as respected and religious people, but over time, troubling facts about their lives began to surface. In 1995, the family moved into a new, spacious home in the neighboring town of Slaughter, Louisiana. It was a quiet town where major incidents were rare. However, this case became an exception. As a child, Lacey seemed like an ordinary, cheerful girl. After moving, she enrolled in a Baptist school where she studied until high school. She had difficulties with concentration and communication, struggled academically, and had few friends. Despite this, she remained kind-hearted. However, after 9th grade, she had to switch to homeschooling due to health reasons. At an early age, Lacey was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder and social anxiety disorder. Her parents hoped to create a comfortable environment for her, but the situation developed differently than they expected. In early January 2022, medical professionals were called to the Fletcher home. Sheila reported that her daughter had lost consciousness and was not breathing. The dispatcher gave instructions on how to provide first aid. The woman was in a panic and, judging by the sounds on the phone, was making attempts to help her daughter. During the conversation, she mistakenly stated her daughter's age as 31 instead of 36. When emergency services arrived, they found Lacey on a leather couch. At first, nothing seemed to indicate the scale of the tragedy, but as the situation unfolded, shocking details emerged. There was a strong, unpleasant odor in the house, and the living conditions were unsanitary. At 3:07 a.m., police officers entered Lacey's room and saw her partially unclothed body. She was extremely underweight, and her physical condition was alarming. Prolonged immobility had led to severe consequences. The room showed signs of long-term neglect and unsanitary conditions. Lacey's condition made it difficult to determine her exact age. Her parents were also unable to state it accurately. It was established that she had remained in the same place for an extended period, which severely impacted her health. The room contained various objects indicating her prolonged stay in one spot. A medical examination revealed serious health issues caused by extended immobility. The injuries and infections found on her body required medical attention. Doctors also diagnosed malnutrition. Additionally, Lacey tested positive for COVID-19, but this was not the primary cause of her condition. The examination found remnants of food and substances in her system, which suggested extreme nutritional deficiencies. Investigators suspected that the lack of proper nutrition might have led her to consume non-food substances. The room contained objects suggesting that Lacey had lived there for a long time. Furthermore, DVD boxes of children's movies and cartoons were found. According to expert conclusions, the main cause of the tragedy was prolonged neglect of necessary care. Medical studies revealed that Lacey suffered from severe illnesses that had been developing for years. Her parents admitted that she had remained on the couch for approximately 12 years. Following the incident, Sheila posted on social media, "Mom and Dad love you so much." On January 18th, 2022, they were called in for questioning, where they stated that their daughter had difficulties that prevented her from leaving the house. Over time, Lacey completely restricted her movement. Her parents tried to arrange a comfortable environment for her, but her condition only worsened. In 2010, they were offered a placement in a specialized medical facility, but they declined. From that moment, the situation began to deteriorate rapidly. By the fall of 2021, Lacey had developed severe eating difficulties. On January 2nd, 2022, she had almost completely stopped eating. In May 2022, Clay and Sheila were formally charged. They were arrested but later released on bail, sparking widespread public discussion. In early 2023, the case took a new turn and charges were refiled. On June 19, 2023, they were arrested again, but later released on bail. The parents claimed that they had endured immense emotional pain watching their daughter's condition. However, investigators viewed their actions differently. In 2023, the investigation resumed, and on February 1, 2024, Clay and Sheila pleaded guilty to unintentional harm, resulting in tragic consequences. Prosecutors sought a 40-year prison sentence for them. The trial took place on March 20, 2024. Experts presented evidence of serious neglect, which led to the tragic outcome. Ultimately, the court sentenced Clay and Sheila to 20 years of imprisonment, followed by a 20-year probation period. This case caused significant public outcry and became the subject of intense discussions. Lacey Fletcher's story is not just a shocking case, but also a reminder of the importance of paying attention to those in need. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss together how we can make the world a better place.